Worthless!
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just... being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done. Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Qianwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you 2 are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the—
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields.
Very fair question, but I'm confident in my plan. Of course, 2 different—
How do you plan to
A great question. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for—
Nice answer.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured, but he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but not least, Yi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Yi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Yi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Yi was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa. So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Yi, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself, so I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see, but it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tien. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. Oh, the addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tien, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tien. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be Juri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shenghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Zhi, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories, so dark. The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories, so dark. Reduced to just standing around. How absurd. Those memories. So dark. The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories. So dark. The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories. So dark.
Huh. Huh.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Those memories. So dark.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Those memories. So dark. Reduced to just standing around. How absurd. The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories. So dark.
What's Bulai doing here?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so.
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead, and neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Lelanong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Lelanong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me. Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf!
wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Welcome. What would you like to buy?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Zhi, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
Ah, yes, Jury. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too!
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow! She switched identity again!
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Zhi who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can have... It's not like...
You'd rather he did...
Well, I think he has pretty... nobody's perfect.
I see. Well...
Not a problem.
The more times he's...
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course. We also heard that Master Dooku is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Now she's lying to us.
So, Master Dooku, have you heard of one by the name of
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Juri. For example, probably 'cause it's nothing that important. I prefer
Oh, I can completely understand.
Oh yeah, I know that. Before that, sometimes he gives me candies. So I'm glad that people are
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just...
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot...
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And...
Certainly.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? Juri seemed
True.
sudden.
So he returns. Do you remember what plus? His childhood.
When you put him...
Of course, if that's all, Juri was born. The problem is... Right. That's the worst case.
Someone's trying... Even if we ask...
First, we need... Remember the current... Whoever is secret... Come on. Juri's I'll divide the report. Officially, the Whatever else, Uncle. Any evidence he's...
Well... Oh, this let's...
Looks like I'm the first one back.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers! If you're back...
You betcha.
Don't drag this out.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my the young master, once he signs a contract...
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that...
In theory, that should be where he buys from and sells. Shenwei often sees... It's like he wants...
What a strange...
To validate his...
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think?
You... Lady Yelan.
Well, we're...
The Ministry of... But after a few...
In your opinion.
I don't believe so. According to Miss... Oh, and also...
Whoa.
Like I said before.
Ah! So...
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So... I can't see. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual. At some point, a long time ago.
So, did they find...
None. The technology wasn't. Juri's still.
Excavation? Project? Oh, yeah!
Did he now?
Does that mean the...
No. Not. They do possess some. Still.
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be... What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
Useless. Demons do not stop for the raid. Move.
This is the black...
Time for some training?
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Conquering demons is what I do.
Sounds good to me.
For justice.
All right, let's head off.
What's that? Join you for a walk? Why not?
Time for some training?
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Sounds good to me.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure.
A walk would be nice.
Prepare to move out.
And the crowd goes wild!
Let's investigate this further.
What shall we do?
Sounds good to me.
We're going to hunt.
Let's finish this quickly.
Stay close and you will live.
Let the wind lead. Ready for a rehearsal?
Keep your eyes wide open. Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
Time for some training?
You want me on your team? Let the wind lead. Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
I'll scout ahead.
What is the situation?
Want me to come along?
Evil shall be dispersed.
For justice.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
ready for anything.
What's happening?
Let's look around for clues.
So, anything strange been going on recently?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? Strange how?
Just, stuff that when it happens, you think to yourself, huh, that was weird.
Huh?
I don't think we're going to get anywhere asking questions like that. Let's just take a look around.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But we don't know who wrote.
You think there's a...
Yes. At this rate, by the time that'll give them the chance. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. No red flags if all they did was change some keys. That's the advantage of...
When you put it like that, so... who's...
That's a question for the newcomers.
Excuse...
I gotta say, my only I guess they just need... You got that right. It rained after... Hey, you're only young...
Interesting. Looks like our hunch was drinking in Liyue. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up! Huh. These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop here. But, judging from... Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers run. Look at these ashes.
Could there be anything left? Maybe
The odds of that are...
Why don't we wait?
We can't count on that. To me...
Darn!
Make no mistake, I smelled those newcomers probably thought they'd be...
Really?
There is a certain place. Some wealthy people there put floral when that fragrant ink is burned. Exactly. But it's all I need.
Leia Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd...
Don't be alarmed. This is Oop. I sent him to look into... I left him a note at... So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive... I asked all the... When I got back, I... What? No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not...
Interesting.
Fish soup?
Nothing. Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upe, what do you...
Honestly,
Okay, so
No, we'll still...
groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, tomorrow morning I'll be sure to arrive on...
Boring!
It looks like we're all... I won't drone.
All of us here know...
Qianwei, Mingbo is reliable. In contrast, after much...
Thank you. Honestly, in my estimation, would either of you...
I don't mind.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi,
I will live up to the... I should go. I need to pack my things, and then
Count me out. I'm not...
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now.
Hey, traveler! Tell me something. If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this...
I, also would...
Oh no, if we get stuck here...
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally...
Lady Yelan, Zhi has gone towards fate...
Follow him.
So Zhi really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say. But everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yip? I guess Zhi didn't let his guard down.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired.
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine.
Xinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest, so I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Xinyue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way. Let's go to Xinyue kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right up—
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I—
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you—
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me—
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question.
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago.
Liquor and wine.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques. Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the
Sure. Which model?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice.
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago as a quality imitation of an antique wineware. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jur-E has...
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is one
Okay. Thanks, Linlong. Seems there's a little more to buying wine.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now.
This is turning into a real head.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility.
Yelan, if we can't figure out where Jur-E went, there's not much we can do.
If so, it's no ordinary
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings. No, this is a victory feast. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status. Hence the need. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnaya...
Have both locations surrounded.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance in which case, we don't need to change tack.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who...
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else, Jur-E might...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close...
I'll be waiting for you at the If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at... Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left...
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jur-E...
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sense of Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one...
Oh no, we got...
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just...
Worthless!
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. The workers left an emergency access route. If we could still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to...
Don't worry, we're all perfect. By the way, Yelan, where are your...
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait.
A walk would be nice.
We'll need a strategy.
knows me. Solidify!
Rain outlines your fate.
As I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here. That must be the emergency access route, right?
I will have order.
Gather!
One with nature.
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword.
The water's gone down.
Time to go.
Body in mind.
Wind Strider. Time to go.
The wind knows me.
One with nature.
Into the wind. This is order.
Rain outlines your fate. For it.
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
The door is open. Let's go.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Clouds high. Birds call. Shot. Stabilize.
Ring cutter. No, my sword. Useless.
Time to go.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor. Come on, bottoms up.
Sorry, that was...
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with...
I'll do my...
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were Come on, another round.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sent. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for—
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poison. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea— what was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of—
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not—
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tianshu. Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me—
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tian hasn't been feeling well recently. What a nasty guy.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent liquor. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been out. But soon, everything will be taken care of. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey.
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you—
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only— Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your—
Yes. I cannot thank you enough.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do— heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to—
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. Tonight's how well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E—
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can—
Whoa, this is the goods. Huh? Jur-E, you poisoned my—
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov. How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't—
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand?
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover— I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosive.
What?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dot. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tile. But things didn't quite go to plan. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, it explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui is— After I die, They'll come look.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your...
How?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, he has been eyeing your position for a long...
That traitor!
Shh, 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 shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. Sweet dreams, Miss...
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything.
The game's up? I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in... Nothing else you wanted to add?
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of... Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianj... When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly...
You still don't get it, do you? Even now... What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to... There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect. But when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on... He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to... Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup.
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jur-E these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Genshin. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then...
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, get some rest. See ya.
time to go.
There is...
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery... It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in...
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen point? Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty...
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. Ah, you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to Yes, the exhaustion seems to...
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing...
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not...
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as a... Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates.
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But when I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hit. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and the intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk. But Zhi was still extremely careful. He chose that specific liquor from Xingyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. And he chose to wait until the Fatui official... He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't...
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like, still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you...
Yes, Zhi's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off, but once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more...
Well, did you...
Almost. Unfortunately...
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Zhi colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, with Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Zhi, we could have... Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay.
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, but when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd...
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting...
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tia.
Oh, that. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's... Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get... All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading...
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's... Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn...
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
The neighboring nation of